A lot of human trafficking that is portrayed in movies sometimes can be sensationalized, sometimes isn't an accurate portrayal of what it really looks like. So certainly we aren't seeing a lot of children snatched from their beds and locked in cages in the basement. And while that does happen, the majority of cases we're seeing, the control is much more subtle. The victims probably know their perpetrators. They are sort of infiltrated or brought into this industry in almost unassuming, very subtle ways. And oftentimes people do have this concept that it's foreign girls brought over, it's only sex trafficking, or that it happens in other places. But the reality is that about 80% of sex trafficking victims we see are U.S. citizens. 85% of counties in the state of Tennessee report that they have trafficking cases. Knox County was one of 5 counties that reported it had over 100 cases of human trafficking. And so we certainly are seeing it in this area. Geographically, we are a perfect location for trafficking to thrive. We have all the interstates that merge in East Tennessee. It's the perfect mobility that traffickers are looking for. We also have a high number of truck stops, which is a great location for trafficking to thrive. So all of that collectively makes East Tennessee this perfect location. And we really wanted to specifically target law enforcement and also victim service providers. So today we're really targeting law enforcement, how to prosecute a case, how to find evidence, and then tomorrow really talking about how to ensure victims are moving along the path towards restoration and what that whole dynamic looks like. This concept that some people are lesser humans than others is the perfect foundation for trafficking to happen, and certainly perpetuates this cycle of violence that we see in sexual assault and domestic violence. While all of those crimes are different than human trafficking, they are all wrapped up in the same cycle of oppression and inequality and control and violence. And so it's always been something that has been really intriguing to me, and certainly something that I'm really passionate at working to end. And hopefully through our efforts with the Community Coalition, we can see a rise in identification of victims and hopefully a reduction in human trafficking crimes.